All right, I think I restarted the stream, so I think. Yep, there we go. It's back on Twitch. All right, so Garrett texted me saying that he said, "Hey, you have the green light to do the Korean Christian church since tomorrow is Sunday morning." And I said I just texted them. It is right at 1 inch. And he said, "Shoot, okay. I guess let me know what they say. If they don't say anything, shoot me a text and I'll give them a." It's so variable. I just did one that was at 2 inches, but another is at only like 0.75. So yeah, just kind of, roll of the dice. So yeah, I still haven't heard anything back from the number I texted for the church. See, I don't know. We'll wait maybe 5-10 more minutes. And if I don't hear from them, I'll let Garrett know. And he can call the customer if needed. Hey, what's up? Hello? I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, I just texted the three pictures I took just to yeah. Yeah. And I took three measurements around the property, and at most it was an inch. And then the other. All right. Well, I texted them 13 minutes ago, so I don't know if maybe you wanna. And I haven't heard anything back yet. Okay. What was that? Yeah, everything's going all right. Just I have this one and then that one on Hamden. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was coming home from lunch and it was almost a blizzard. I'm like, holy crap, this is like gonna pile up, and then all of a sudden it was just kind of like done. But I mean, I it's uh, yeah, yeah, it's better than nothing because I heard we were only supposed to get a trace, and I was like, oh, we're not gonna go out, so. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Yeah. Just shoot me a text when you hear from them. Okay. Cool. Yeah, bye. All right. Yeah. So Garrett, he said he was driving, so he couldn't see my text message. I just said that I sent him a couple pictures. So he's gonna have his wife call the customer and find out if they want us to do it or not. So I'll probably, I'm gonna wait around here until his wife texts me on whether or not we should do it. So. All right, so Garrett said that the guy is not answering his phone. Uh, so he said he told me to go ahead and move on. So we will move on. So the ones that I am doing in response to Matthew, the ones I'm plowing are commercial. My helper, my employee Ian, is residentials. There's like 10 or 11 residential ones that Ian's doing, and I think he only has 2 left. For me, I only have 1 left. The one we just got done with, or the one we were just at, the trigger is 2 inches and I measured 1 inch. So I tried texting the customer to see if they wanted us to do it, but I didn't hear from them for like 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna go on to the next one, and we'll see if we need to go back. They do have a church service tomorrow, so it wouldn't surprise me me if at some point he texts back, saying to do it. And if he does, then you go back and do it. Yeah, this next one we're going to is about 10 more minutes away, so. It is still lightly snowing. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't expect there to be any more accumulation. Like this storm, was supposed to be like real quick. The mountains west of Denver, some places were forecasted to get up to 2 feet in like a 24-hour period. Yeah, residential, a lot of the, this is for Matthew. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay over the music. I turned the music down a little bit. But as far as residential here in Denver, like service, a lot of the houses don't have like driveways or anything. They have garages, but they're usually like in the alley, pretty much back straight up into the alley, so there's really like nothing to do. So I focus on the front walks and the walk leading up to the door, because in Denver, if you don't clear your walks within 24 hours of a snowstorm, they end up fining you like $80 or something. I do have a couple customers that do have driveways, and they're like really small. And when Ian goes out and does those, he either just shovels it or uses my Toro snowblower. What part of the country are you in, Matthew? Because I've had really good success, because this is my first year doing plow work. Before, I would do my residential customers myself, and I would have a shovel, Toro 821 RC, snowblower, snow thrower, and then I would also bring 10 back. And the Echo 9010 backpack blower actually did a really, really good job with clearing snow down to pavement. Detroit, Michigan. You guys are supposed to be getting like 8 inches of snow or something, I think, right? Like 6 to 8 or 4 to 8 or something like that, I think I remember hearing. What kind of truck do you have? Now that with the plow on it is a 2020 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. So it's a half-ton truck, and before I bought the truck, which I bought the truck in June of last year, before I bought the truck, I went on to Boss's website and looked at the different plows that they had, and what would fit a half-ton. So the plow that I have on right now is the correct plow for the truck. I would like to get a 3/4 or a full-size truck, to be able to get a bigger plow and even a salt spreader in the back of the truck bed. Like that would be my goal for probably the next year or two. And then I would like to get my own clients, because right now I'm a subcontractor for a guy I know who has an Augusta franchise. But yeah, I definitely like to up my snow game and get a couple decent trucks with some good plows and a salter in the back. Oh dang, a 2023 F-150, huh? That's got to be a nice truck. Got to have some good technology on that truck too, huh? Yeah, the plow that I have on this truck installed cost me a little over 10 grand. And this snow season, I've definitely made over that amount just doing snow. So it's it's already paid for itself. What do you mean 7.2 kilowatt? Is that like the outboard, like the truck bed power? Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like you have a pretty decent setup with the backpack blower, a 26-inch snow blower, which is really good, I think. Because the Toro that I have, I think, is only 18 inches, 16 or 18 inches. And then yeah, I have a 30-inch pusher also. Yeah, that's right, the Pro Power, that's what it's called. I mean, if you ever need to power a house, I guess you have the truck to do it, right? All right, we're coming up on property is just right here on the right, that purple sign right there. So I think I might do the back first. Because hopefully the traffic along this road over here will die down a bit, so I can, like, back in and out and not have to worry about it. So yeah, if you send a chat on YouTube or wherever, just know I might not see it for maybe a couple minutes. So yeah, just bear with me. So yeah, this one, the lady said that we don't have to get so close to the property, because I guess, and which I think if we were to hit a downspout, like, we would rip it off, But if she said it was us, then you kind of have to take responsibility for it, and apologize and try not to do it again. So with that said, this one probably won't take us as long as it normally does, because we won't have to get so close. So how does the plow do with back dragging? It does okay. So the plow is 7.2 feet. I think it is 7.2 or 7.6 maybe. Um, so it does all right, and there might be a couple spots on this property where I'm going to back drag. So you might be able to see kind of how well it does. But this plow doesn't have the ability to have wings installed, which is kind of unfortunate because as you can see right in front of me on the left side, you see a little bit of the snow that had, kicked off. And I think probably with wings, that would be like, almost non-existent. So yeah, that little bit right there, like that's where I wish I had wings. One thing I like about the newer trucks is they have, backup cameras. Yeah, backup camera's a huge plus. Because like just backing up like right here, I can easily, make sure I don't back into the building that's behind me. Oh, I need to take a picture. Okay, so the customer at that previous one, the previous one we were at, the customer said to skip. So I'm just gonna text Garrett real quick. Yeah, I mean, you'd kind of have to have a backup camera for some of those salt spreaders. Like, that would just be like icing on the cake. Because then you could just like back right up into, you know, like a corner parking spot, flip the switch, and then, you know, and then carry on. Oh shoot, I was going forward, wasn't I? Do you have any employees, or are you just doing all those 31 properties by yourself? Because that's a lot to do. 31 residential by yourself, if you do it by yourself. Especially if you were to get like the wet, heavy snow. Oh, by yourself? Jeez. Geez, that's a long day. 4:30 to 8. Do you have a minimum for your snow removal? My minimum for just walks, the front walks and the walks leading to the front door, is $45. So your trigger is 1 3/4 inches. So 1 3/4 inch trigger for driveway and sidewalks and porches. Without salt 35, with salt 45. Anything above 6 inches is double. Do you know what your per man hour rate is? Like how long, if you were to do one for $35, so no salt, how long would, which is unusual, but it's like a driveway, sidewalk, and the walk leading to the front door, and I think her minimum is 75 or 73, something like that. So if you're interested, Matthew, I have a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about like the efficiency score. Like I have an efficiency score set for the route, and it basically will kind of take your revenue for the day and then your hours worked, and it'll give you a score, and usually anything above 70% means it's a real good route. And it also will tell you what your per man hour rate is. So for mowing, I try to have my per man hour rate at 90. So yeah, if you're interested, you can search my YouTube channel. What's it called? I think maybe try searching like P for P, like pay for performance, because that's what I use to determine how much to pay my employees. But yeah, like having a tool like that is really good, because then if you are indeed making money on that job, because you might think you might be making money, or like, oh yeah, that's a good price for that service, but if the numbers say otherwise, then you need to change the price on it. Yeah, there should be a link in the description on that video to the spreadsheet. And what you would want to do is, when you open up the spreadsheet, because it's a Google spreadsheet, so you want to either download a copy or save a copy into your own Google Drive folder, so that way you can enter in your numbers as on. So like, if I don't think people can edit it. I think they can only like download it and like make a copy of it, because I don't want people clicking on the link, filling out all their numbers, and then thinking everything's good to go and all that stuff, and then someone else does the exact same thing and fills it in with their own information. So yeah, definitely check it out. If you have any questions about it, just leave a comment on the video, and I'll try my best to answer it. Yeah, even though it's good to know your per man hour rate, because that can also help you determine if you do need to hire, like if you can hire someone, because your hourly rate is high enough to where you can support bringing someone else in. And it also works, so it can work for a solo guy, or it can work for like a 2-man crew or a 3-man crew, because you basically, what you would do is add up all the total man hours. So if like you and one other guy worked 8 hours, that's 16 total man hours for the day, and then that's what you would put in there. Just taking a picture back here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm back dragging this little bit right here. See, hopefully you can see that. Like how well it back drags, because you were asking about that earlier. All right, thanks for tuning in, Matthew. Good luck out there if you're going out for snow removal. Yeah, you bet. You're welcome. I appreciate you tuning in and chatting. Have a good night. That's my backup camera. I think that might be it for this one. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of the text message that I got from the guy who is the manager of the church, and I'll upload that to the job as well as the measurements I took. So that way, you know, it's like it's documented. That, you know, I measured and he declined. And it looks like Ian's all done with his. So yeah, that's it for this storm. I'm going to drive by my big residential property. Ian already did it. But I would just like to drive by just to make sure it's not that I don't trust Ian, but it's a really nice account to have, and I want to make sure that, you know, everything looks good, because it is a lot to do for a shovel and or snow thrower. So yeah, we'll be there in about 10 minutes. And I'm stopping by that one because it's like it's on my way home, so. Alright, yeah, so if you guys are watching on Twitch, I'm fortunate because I guess the screen is black. I think there's still audio, but the screen is black, and I don't know why that is. When I first started the stream, you could see it, but then it went to black, so, but yeah, if you're on the Twitch channel, we're gonna raid Knocked Up. He is playing gosh, what is that game called? Sons of the Forest. He's been playing that a lot lately. Before that, he was playing or when the game first came out, he was playing Indiana Jones, and I was watching his playthrough of Indiana Jones. Oh, there's a cyber. You guys see that solid beam headlight? I wonder how well a Cybertruck would do with the plow on it. So I thought I would raid your channel with my one viewer, comma, which I think is me, LOL. Your channel with my one follower, comma, which I think is me, LOL. Take a look at this one. I would love some more properties in this neighborhood, you know. Yeah, looks like Ian did a good job. So yeah, good job, Ian. Hit that like button if you could for Ian. He did my, I think 10 or 11. But yeah, once we get on university here, I'll probably start wrapping up the stream. The next stream, I'm not sure when it's going to be. We have the potential for some more snow on Tuesday into Wednesday. But I don't think the outlook for like accumulation is really high at this point, so it could be 0. It's supposed to be really cold this week, so it would be kind of nice to have some snow to go along with that. So yeah, you know, if we don't get any snow this week, I don't think there's any really in the forecast for at least like the next 7 days. You know, so it might be, you know, it might be a week or more till the next stream. But yeah, everyone, I appreciate you tuning in. And shout out to Matthew also for being so active in the chat. Really appreciate that. If you guys could do me a favor, like button, and consider subscribing if you guys are watching on YouTube. Also, if you could, like the video and consider following us on X. And if you guys are watching on Instagram, consider following on Instagram. And let's see, where else are we streaming? Twitch, YouTube, X, Rumble. I think Rumble is... I don't know if Rumble is going or not. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys are in the path of this storm that's headed warm, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great night, and we will see you on the next stream.